Welcome to one more edition of Popcorn Bucket List. It is October 2021, and scary season is upon us. That might have been one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen.
I'm a scary guy. What can I say?
I looked away, and then he picked it up, and I looked back, and it's just tongue out, axe waving.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm ready to fight.
We're dressed up a little bit here. It is near Halloween. It's a month away, but I mean, like...
It's close.
The next episode we're going to do is like the first week of November, and it's not going to make sense for us to dress up in Halloween then. So we're doing it now. We're just a little ahead of the times.
That's right.
It's fine.
That's right.
But before we get into that, Ryan, every month you present a challenge, a little trivia for the fans.
I do.
As usual, when you do these challenges, I usually throw it to you. I'm going to just be handling, let's just call it business. Don't need to get into it. Don't need to get into more details into it. But Ryan, take it away.
All right. Well, this month, in honor of Halloween and all things scary in general, I have a very interesting question for you. We all know Friday the 13th film franchise. Who is the killer in the first Friday the 13th film? Got 2 tickets on the line to the Marshall 6 movie theater. Come get them.
Hey, look, man, Dimitri's closing down on us. I don't know how much longer I can hide for. Well, it was your job to squeeze the bank account. And I mean, you're done already.
We're back.
My God. Wow, that was, you're done quicker than usual. I like it. It's good. It's good. Everything's fine. We're not, it's all fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
I'm going to throw in a little challenge there too. Bonus points if anyone can figure out what our costumes are. I realize we never really said it. Mine's kind of half put together, but I feel like you could kind of get it. And yours is actually, you put in a lot more effort, despite the fact that I gave you way less prep time. I've been thinking about this for about a couple of weeks, like 2 days before we shot. I was like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if we dressed up? And he's like, I mean, I'll see what I could do. And I feel like he put in way more effort than I did.
Yep. I was channeling my inner freedom fighter for this costume.
Freedom! I'm trying to make it challenging for him.
Okay.
And you have 2 modes. You have near impossible, or I'm going to give you every breadcrumb imaginable. You can make a whole new loaf of bread off of it.
Just a piece of bread.
No, that is half a loaf right there, what you just gave him. More than half a loaf.
True.
But let's move on to the preview portion of the show. Like I said, it's going to be mainly scary stuff, but there is some other stuff that are sprinkled in here as well. So let's just get into it. Friday, October 1st, first weekend of the scary month. This is the big weekend. I think the most is coming out this weekend here that we could find. The Addams Family II. This is a theater release animated sequel to The Creepiest Family in movies and television. Obviously, the Addams Family has been going on for generations.
Long time.
Many forms of media. This is just the next incarnation, the next sequel to it. Got anything to say about the first Addams Family or this new one coming up? I think they go on vacation on this one, don't they?
Yeah, I think they're on vacation on this one. Yeah, it'll be
road
fun.
trip.
I always get the Addams Family and Hotel Transylvania mixed up because they're similar. And
it's funny you mentioned that. The next movie, perfect segue.
Yes.
Hotel Transylvania, Transformania. Ooh, try saying that title 5 times fast. Transylvania, Transformania.
Transformania. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Whatever.
Tomato.
It's like the 4th Hotel Transylvania movie.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest way to put it.
Yep.
But this one I believe is going straight to Amazon Prime. This one, all the other ones were theater releases. This one's going straight to Amazon Prime. Another fun fact I did read up about this movie. This movie has been known to be led by Adam Sandler. He was the main vampire, the Dracula guy. From what I understand, he is not reprising his role in this one. However, they found an Adam Sandler impersonator who's essentially doing an Adam Sandler Dracula voice for this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And 1/3 of the cost, too.
You have to know at this point your movie is not worth making if even Adam Sandler is like, I'm good. Just find an impersonator. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need
That's hilarious.
It's whatever.
Or he could have been saying, hey, give this guy a chance. Give him an opportunity.
I don't think that's
okay. All right.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I love where you're coming from. I love the enthusiasm.
Yeah. I'm trying to give him a hand
instead
of taking a hand. That was a hand cutting off joke.
Yeah. Is that even a joke? In what context is cutting off a hand a joke?
Oh, let me give you a hand.
Coming out that same weekend, we've gone from kid animation to, now we're getting into some serious territory here. The Many Saints of Newark. This is theaters and I believe also HBO Max side by side.
Yep.
Release. This is the prequel movie to the hit TV show The Sopranos. This was a big mafia show. James Gandolfini's big role. This is kind of what made him popular. What just fell?
I think there's ghosts.
Is there a ghost
in
here?
The studio. Did you guys see that?
Oh my God. Replay it back. James Gandolfini's big role. This is kind of what made him popular. What just fell? This is kind of what made him popular. This is kind of what made him popular. Anyways, I guess maybe the ghost in here isn't a big James Gandolfini fan.
Yeah, I guess not.
I don't know what that was about.
Oh.
Well, then they're not going to like this movie, but I think this movie looks great. I have not seen The Sopranos. I know James Gandolfini is great in it. Unfortunately, he has passed, but it's his son, correct me if I'm wrong here, who's actually playing the younger version of the character of Tony Soprano. As I said before, this is a prequel, so we're seeing his rise to power, or at the very least, the first steps he takes to becoming the mafia king he is.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I saw the title of it, and I had no idea what it was. But then as soon as I saw the trailer with him in the phone booth and the kid said something to him, it's like, oh, I know exactly what this is. It makes sense. And I'm looking forward to this movie so much. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, you're right. The title doesn't really tell much. It almost should have been like one of those things Star Wars does, where it's like Han Solo, a Star Wars story. This should have been like The Many Saints of New York, a Soprano story or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty long title too, so
it is.
I don't know. But yeah, if you're into The Sopranos, probably want to check this out.
Check it out.
Coming out that same weekend, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. This is the sequel to the, I would say, surprisingly hit Venom.
Yes.
It was a huge box office win for Sony.
It was. And I didn't think, caught me off guard. I knew it would get some traction, but it was a lot bigger than I anticipated. Mm-hmm. And that's good.
And I think this one's going to do even more because you've got an even bigger all-star cast. Woody Harrelson's coming in. He's going to be Carnage, which I'm pretty excited for, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. And that's saying something because I'm going to be honest, I really didn't like the first one.
Yeah, even though it had such a buzz to it, I didn't think it was, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Yeah. It was okay, but it did a lot better than I thought. So I was like, oh, am I losing my taste in movies? No.
That can't be it. No.
It was just a little off. It was a little goof.
No, it can't be my fault. They clearly did something wrong.
They did something wrong.
Everyone else is wrong. I'm just right. That's
I'm going to ask them if they need a hand with the next one.
Stop that. And then finally, also coming out that same weekend is a Netflix movie called The Guilty. This is a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. The thing that's kind of interesting about this movie, it's one of those what's called contained movies. And what that means is usually they take place in a very short period of time and or a very limited space.
Yep.
In this case, it pretty much just follows Jake Gyllenhaal's character, who is a 911 operator. And it pretty much takes place all in one night, if the trailer's to be believed, and it pretty much just shows his side of the story. You hear the calls from other people, and the stuff he has to deal with that, but you only hear them. You don't really see them. It's all on him. Yeah. And if you're gonna do that, do it with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, he's a really great actor.
Fantastic actor. When I saw this, two things popped into my mind. The one, I think it was like Halle Berry. That was like a 911 operator.
Call, I think.
The call, yep. That and the one with, we just said his name, Venom.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy, where he's...
Locke.
Yes, where he's driving. Because that's, all, like you said, a contained movie. He's in the car talking with someone on the phone the whole movie. Mm-hmm. And it's not a
And you never see the other side of that conversation.
You never see anything.
You're always on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like it'll be interesting, and I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's going to do an awesome performance. Gonna be great.
Coming out Wednesday, October 6th, VHS 94. This is coming out on a streaming service we have not talked about on the show. We should have. I've heard about these guys before. It's a streaming service called Shudder. It's pretty much primarily horror movies, scary movies, stuff like that.
Yep. And then a lot of like indie documentaries about scary movies,
that as well, yep.
Maybe true crime, horror stuff. But not, I don't want to say true crime like true crime like Amityville horror true crime, not true crime of
John Bonet or something like that.
Yeah, not like that. It's more of
Ryan, I know you are more of a fan of this. Why don't you talk about VHS here for just a minute?
So this is actually the third entry in the VHS series. There's VHS and VHS 2.
You mean there weren't 93 other movies before this?
Nope.
That's going to make my binging, that's going to make me catching up a lot easier then.
Yeah. And it's an anthology series, so it kind of follows along the line of they find the box of tapes. They watch them, and it's just some messed up stuff, and some of it's a little more paranormal, some of it's a little more scary, some of it's just kind of weird. But I remember watching these I think the first one came back out when I was in college. So me and a couple of the boys from 400, if you know who you are, you know who you are. We watched them. They're just fun, not over the top amazing, but they're fun. They're good to watch. Just a nice chill kind of horror kind of a thing.
I watched the trailer with you. Chill was not the word I thought of when I saw these, but to each their own. To each their own. Coming out later that week, Friday, October 8th. This is one that has been waiting a long time to make its way into the theaters. No Time to Die. It is the fifth Bond film in the Daniel Craig era. This is reportedly his last one. But they kind of were saying that with the one before that with Spectre. This one seems like the rumors are a little bit more prominent. We'll have to wait and see. But yes, this is the fifth outing of Daniel Craig as James Bond. It's got Rami Malek. He's supposedly going to be the big bad in this one. I'm super looking forward to that. Coming out the very next weekend, Friday, October 15th, Halloween Kills. This is a theaters release. This is the next chapter in the Halloween franchise. This is something we were kind of talking about before the show. When you talk about the Halloween franchise, as far as what quote-unquote counts or not, is kind of complicated. We weren't even exactly sure if we know this. Here's my understanding of it. The very first Halloween movie that set everything up came out, 70s, something like that?
Yeah.
1970 something. And then there's been many sequels since then. Apparently none of those count anymore. Then the new Halloween came out in 2019, and that picked up and reconnected itself to the very first one and skipped over all the others. Because I believe in all the other sequels, Jamie Lee Curtis is Michael Myers' sister. But I think they retconned that in these new ones, haven't they?
Rob Zombie did 2 Halloween movies.
Yeah.
And they were I don't believe she was in there at all. Yeah. I liked them. They were really over the top, bloody and gory, because that's what Rob Zombie is. That's what he does. And it's
when you got a name like Zombie, you have to direct horror movies, right?
Yeah. And they're just kind of reboots. And his Michael Myers, it was basically the same. This is Michael Myers right here. If you don't know, that's this mask. He was huge and jacked and mean, and it saw a different side of him. But it'll just be interesting to see. I don't know what the official story is going into it.
Yeah, I say that because you kind of want to know what's going on in this one, because this one picks up right after the most recent one leaves off. It pretty much is a continuation. It's basically part 2.
Yep.
Kind of thing. So it carries right in. I think it takes place all in the same night, that same Halloween night. So
okay.
You want to kind of know a little bit what's going on, but it's hard to say what homework to do to pick up for this one.
Yep.
But also coming out that same weekend, The Last Duel. This is a theaters release. Very star-studded cast. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon coming back. They're working together. Adam Driver, who is nearly batting 100 in my book, and Jodie Comer. I believe I'm saying that right. Basically it's... How is the best way to put it? How did I put it? It was
you said it was... I don't know. Can we say that?
I don't know. It sounded funnier up there. I don't know if I want to say it here.
Yeah.
A woman accuses one of the male characters of doing
infidelity.
Yes. And so essentially, this is medieval night times. There's no forensic evidence or anything like that. So how do they decide to solve this case? Someone who's
to the death.
Yeah, someone who Matt Damon's character is kind of on her side, is I will fight the accuser to the death, and we'll let God tell the truth.
Yeah, and I'm super pumped. I could go and I could sit in the crowd just like this, and I'd fit right in. As long as I have my axe is a little small. I need a bigger one. Yep. But it looks awesome.
This is the whole concept of Jesus take the wheel in the most extreme way, though, I think.
Yes.
This is Friday, October 22nd is the next weekend, and one of the big ones coming out that weekend is Dune. This is a theaters HBO Max. This is a highly anticipated remake that is, I can't even go over the whole cast here. We watched that trailer like 30 minutes ago, and I've probably forgotten half the people that are in that movie because there's so many good people in that.
Yep.
But yeah, this was a very famous sci-fi book. It was made way back in the day, and it's one of those just movies that has like a mythos around it, where it's like, you know, it was a box office bomb, but people loved it, but very few people saw it, and that one had a big budget and everything, and now you almost see the same thing happening, and it's curious. Is history going to repeat itself, or is this one going to actually take off?
Yeah, I'm super pumped for it. The special effects look awesome. Mm-hmm. You're right. The cast and crew, the cast looks fantastic. I'm excited to see them portraying these characters with the little nose pieces and stuff. Looks great. Can't wait to watch it. And I will be watching it at the theater.
Coming out that exact same weekend is another animated movie. For it being a scary month, there is a lot of kids' movies, though, too, this month.
Yep. Kids want to get scared, too.
Yeah, but this one isn't even scary. At least I hope not. It doesn't look, the poster doesn't look
Is
scary.
Hotel Transylvania scary?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them.
Is the Addams Family scary?
They are a little creepy, yeah.
All right. Creepy, I'll take.
Creepy, yeah.
I'll take.
But the other one coming out here is Ron's Gone Wrong. This is a movie about a character named Barney, who's an awkward middle schooler, and Ron is his new digitally connected device. And so, yeah, it launches them into kind of a journey to learn about their friendship in this new social media age. It looks like it's going to have some stuff to say about kids and technology, and if it's done well, I think this could be pretty good. If it's one of those, just go outside more, and it just sounds like the old "get off my lawn,"
get off my lawn, get outside
kind of thing. We'll then maybe we'll probably talk about this less and less.
Yeah.
And then finally, the last weekend in October, Friday, October 29th, Last Night in Soho. This is a theaters release. It is a movie directed by one of my favorite working directors, Edgar Wright. This is a great month for directors I really love.
Yes.
If this month included a Christopher Nolan movie, that would have been the trifecta. That would have been the hat trick for me. I would have just gone to the theater and lived there the whole month. Because I would have been rewatching and waiting for the next one.
Popcorn all day.
I'd make it. They got nachos there too. They got drinks. They got water. I'd be able to survive.
Pretzels. Pretzels.
I think I'd be able to survive in a theater for a month. That'd be a fun internet challenge, wouldn't it? Ooh. If I could survive in a theater for a month. They got bathrooms.
We'll start a GoFundMe.
Start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, once we hit the goal, we'll stay in it.
See Nick once. Yeah. I could do it. I bet I could do it. But anyways, the movie we're talking about, directed by Edgar Wright. The plot is very interesting. Essentially, this young girl, she is trying to make it in, I believe it's London, isn't it? And she's got her own apartment. She falls asleep one night, and she has this very vivid dream of this other girl. She's like transported back to 1960s London, which looks like a really fun London. Yeah. 1960s London was fun.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it looks a lot of fun. But something might have happened to that younger girl, and the more and more this other girl looks into it, she's like, I don't think these are dreams. She thinks she's having visions into the past. Yeah. And then a whole new mystery opens up.
It looks awesome. It's very artsy, but yet awesome. Sometimes it can look artsy and weird. Mm-hmm. This looks artsy and cool. And the actresses both are. Yeah,
the two lead actresses, the one who's modern day is Thomasin McKenzie, who we know from Jojo Rabbit and Old, are two of her bigger roles. She's great in both of those. Yeah. Yep. And the other version, the 60s version that she's seeing, is played by Anya Taylor-Joy. Queen's Gambit, The Witch. She's been in so many things recently.
The Witch.
She was great in New Mutants. She's on such a good career track right now that I'm super looking forward to seeing both of these characters and what they portray with them and everything. And with that is everything that is coming out here in October. We love watching movies. We love watching movies at the Marshall 6 Theater. That's where we generally watch these theater releases. Big news coming out of Marshall 6 Theater. They have opened up a new deal. They are altering the deal. They keep altering it because it keeps getting better.
Getting better.
For years now, they've had the $5 Tuesdays, which is a discounted ticket. They are now introducing $6 Thursdays for faculty and students, both college and high school students. And it's a discounted ticket price. It's another day that you get a chance to watch some great movies with some great friends
at a cheaper price.
And
the great thing about Thursday nights, a lot of premieres happen Thursday nights.
A lot of premieres happen
So
Thursday.
all those, I want to go see this movie, then when it premieres, it's cheaper now.
You don't have to wait till the next Tuesday and avoid spoilers for a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Which can be a pain in this day and age.
Yes, it can.
And with that, let's move into number one recommends. I'll go first. I got a quick one here. ShangChi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the next Marvel movie, next installment. I got to say, I really, 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 really liked this movie. This has been one of my favorite Marvel movies I've seen in a while, probably since Infinity War. Honestly, I think the action is some of the best in this movie. So if you're big into action, and I think the humor is a little toned down, but I think in a good way. Mm-hmm. I think the recent Marvel movies, it's like, we get the humor that we usually know we're going to get, but it's sometimes a little forced. I think there is some humor towards the end here that maybe wasn't needed with a certain character. Yeah. I'm not going to get into it, but I think this has been one of the better Marvel movies in a long time. It's competing for my number 6 spot right now.
I suppose there is 50 of them.
It's almost in my top 5.
Okay.
It's almost in my top. It's like my wild card, if I'm going to be honest.
All right.
So I think the characters are great. The villain is great. The action is so awesome, I think, in this movie. So that's my number one recommend. Ryan, you've got a little bit more scarier recommend that's a little bit more appropriate. I thought we would end on that note then.
Perfect, yeah. So my recommend this month is Malignant, directed by James Wan. Absolutely fantastic film. I didn't know what I was going into. I'd seen the trailers, and it didn't really grab me as much as I thought, but I had my cousin Jada, shout out, and Cole, Isaac, everybody over there. We were going to watch it, and I was like, yeah, let's check it out. I'll watch it. And I was blown away at how absolutely the storytelling was great. And I'm the kind of person that I like to guess as the movie's happening. I kind of I'm trying to figure out he did that. I was wrong almost on everything, and it was surprising. And special effects were great. It was a fantastic movie. If you want more than just a scare, the jump scares aren't that great, but the story that it tells, it's not just a horror film. It's a female independence, overcoming your fears, controlling your emotions, kind of a feel to it. And I didn't expect that at all. And that was probably the best part of the film.
Very good.
Awesome movie. Check it out. It is scary and it's awesome.
Yeah, in case you haven't gotten enough of your scary fix here in this month of October, need a little extra, Malignant is another one.
Check it out. It's so good.
Well, that's going to do it for us on this episode of Popcorn Bucket List. If you have any of your own recommendations, be sure to throw those down in the comments down below here on the YouTube video. Also, while you're down there, take a guess at Ryan's question. You get a prize with Ryan's challenge. You won't get a prize if you guess our costumes, but you'll get
see if you can get
a virtual pat on the back from me. An imaginary pat on the back.
I'll give you an imaginary pat on the back too.
No, you're gonna track them down and actually. And oh my God, you're threatening.
Whoa.
Don't threaten them. What are you doing?
For legal reasons, it's a joke. For legal reasons, it's a joke.
Sit down, Carl, our lawyer. Look, he's not.
I'll just put it back this way.
Yeah, no. Oh my God. You have doomed us all. No wonder the ghost came through earlier.
It's true.
Because you keep putting the cross upside down.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if people could see it. There's a cross on his axe.
There's a little cross.
And he keeps putting it upside down in front of a Sinister poster. At this point, I'm half expecting the mouth to start moving.
I'm surprised those things haven't started talking yet.
I know, right?
What if?
Anyways, we might be back next month. We might not.
We might
I don't
not.
know. It depends. Ryan might have cursed us here. But if we do come back next month, on behalf of myself and Ryan Meyerberg, we'd like to thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you hopefully at the movies.